Hello, Hoboken Historical Museum. Hello, Bob, and everyone who helps to organize this poetry reading. What is happening in my country today? Everyone have their own opinion. Try to give an explanation and take some point of view. But being here on the front line, I see through all this suffering and bitterness of loss, there is no words in the world to describe this war. There is no language in which you can tell what is happening and why. There is no explanation. But at least do not forget what I have seen here. I started to write poems as a daily journal. It helps me to see not only death and pain, but beauty in a war. Beauty of landscapes, beauty in destruction, and beauty in people. War as a microscope reveals the worst and the best in each person. And I'm happy to be here with the very best people of my country. Thank you for thinking about for Ukraine and supporting Ukraine.
Here at the museum. It is a treat to be here, and it's a real to my Ukrainian pals and even my Russian pal over there, Anton. He's an honorary Ukrainian as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I know never mind. So I'm here today for Artem Ryzhykov, who is on the front lines in Ukraine, a cinematographer who's worked with Ram on the film Ram made called The Russian Woodpecker, which you can find online, and it's a crazy, wonderful film about Chernobyl. And we've known Artem for a while, and it's very moving to know that these poems about the war were written by him in the last few months, and that we've corresponded with him as recently as this morning when he's saying, can you please put this video on it? We don't know how to do that, but we do have word from Artem. In the Maidan demonstrations in 2013-14, he was actually shot while he was photographing. But so far so good in the front lines. He was in Bakhmut, and we love you. He says that there are two things you can do in a war: write poems and kill people. There you have it. I'm going to start with a haiku of my own and then go into these extraordinary poems by Artem Ryzhykov. This haiku by Bob Holman. Bless the broken down tanks, O Lord. They provide a place for us to hide behind. O Lord, let the keys be inside. Okay. I love it. Haiku's getting applause. You should actually do this with one hand clapping. Okay? But you do know what the sound of one hand clapping is, don't you? It's exactly the same as the other hand clapping. Okay. We're going to start with Artem's poem, Making Love with War. Deprive me of my chastity. Take my cherry. It's the first fight. Anxiety, desires. I hold my rifle like my lover's breast. I'm hugging war tight into my body. Immature, chaste, a virgin. I hurry into my first battle. Bullets whistle by me, tearing out the hymen. The first blood spills on this bed of a battlefield. Condoms and birth control pills are spitting out of the machine guns, turning to pieces in the fiery friction, alluring aroma arising from the fire of the ejaculating projectile fragments. The earth trembles like a sweet caress. Our trench creaks like a bed of love. After the explosion, the soil knits back into a blanket. Minds lie to me with wantonness, waiting for anybody, ready for anyone. Enemy bodies are splayed into divining signs, torn, twisted, leaky, spent from the orgy of death, the dirty merrymaking in the trenches, the cannon barrels, demented phalluses give birth to devils. For from the vulva trench emerge the miscarried soldiers, orgasms to kill for, orgasms to die for. Artem sent an extraordinary photo of the poppy fields by Bakhmut where he was fighting, okay? B bullets buzz between positions at zero line. The peristaltic path, the movements of a dying snake through a red poppy field. I'm as visible as an unfisted palm to both sides. I hope my own side doesn't shoot me on the crimson poppy field. The flowers are sweating the dew of tension. I hope this time they pass me by. I run like a mad horse through the ruddy poppy field. Minds bloom from the ground instead of flowers. Hails of grenade rain from the ordnance in the pomegranate poppy fields. Something hot runs down my forehead. Got wet, got soaked, got silent, falling like fragile glass on the bloody poppy field. When it's dusk in the steppe, you can hear the flowers cry out full of pain. It's the voices of those who died. They're saying these words. I'm a poppy flower in the field. Funeral of a military brother. I carry my brother in a coffin. It's time for the final farewell. What should I say to your mother? What can I say to the ghost face of your son? The orchestra starts up, wakes up the winds. Will this tune heal your wounds, my brother? I'll kneel here with the blue and gold and pray. Please come back to your mother. At the gravesite, on a hump of dirt, 3 privates at attention in uniform. That's not a tear on their faces. It's a bullet. One last shot from the sky. Under the mourners quietly sobbing in unison, let me shout out to you one of our secret battle epithets, the one that starts out with, F you, Ruskies. I slip a cartridge into your coffin. May at least your dreams be peaceful. A well-trodden path along the cemetery wall leads us back. A single woman stays behind at the grave, a mother weeping for her son. The best soldiers always stay on the battlefield. Look at the war. It's a mirror. I touch the reflection coming into focus little by little. Will I stay here a long time? Am I afraid to stay with the best? Okay, this last one, our pal Elena has agreed.
We did a little switch, and Vasyl, because
Vasyl wants to read? Come on up here, Vasyl. I love switches and changes and poems. Thank you, Vasyl. Oh, here. Yes, that one. Here.
Black bag?
You wear this so that we can get you. Artem can hear. I'm
Ah,
not
okay.
good at this, Rami. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah?
Okay?
Okay.
Here, slip this in your pocket,
Okay.
because I don't want
That one. Окей. Чорний пакет. Донецький узгірчатий пейзаж, чорним пакетом обмотаний бліндаж, одягнений у каску та броню, копаю, наче живцем, себе хороню. Землянка вирита по розміру труни, живуть зі мною комахи і гризуни. Води від дощу по коліна в окопі, чорним пакетом замотую стопи, під обстріл не можу піти в туалет, опорожнююсь в окопі в чорний пакет, в посадці працює гранатомет, скрегоче від страху мій чорний пакет, у небі несуться уламки ракет, чи врятує намет мій чорний пакет, щодуху мотаю собі турнікет, прорвало осколком мій чорний пакет, за плівкою світло, блищить силует, содуха згорає мій чорний пакет, тримаю пару троянд у букеті, до жінки вертаюсь у чорнім пакеті.
You know, just like in Vasyl's own poems, you know, you hear the rhyme and the power in the original language. Paquet, just a way to not bag. Anyway, in English, black bag. And you heard Donetsk at the top of the poem, and that's right the first word of the poem now. Donetsk. Donetsk. Rugged landscape. Our trench is covered with a black bag. Outfitted in helmet and armor, I dig as if I were burying myself alive. Our dugout in the trench is about the size of a coffin, and we have lots of roommates, bugs and rodents. When it rains, the water comes up to our knees, and I wrap my feet in a black bag. You can't go to the toilet when you're under fire. You just empty yourself into a black bag. Up front, the grenade launcher is an assembly line. I twist a tourniquet tight with all my might. Missiles flying in every direction. Will our home be saved by our roof, the black bag? A splinter tears through my black bag. There is light. A silhouette shines. A beast rolls up my black bag. I hold a couple of roses in a bouquet. I come home to my wife in a black bag. So that's for you, Artem, and for all of us. Thank you so much.